Alright, so we are live. This is a preseason game, or pre-preseason actually. It's just a friendly scrimmage between us and Gilbert High School. This type of game is not going to count toward anything for the actual season, and is rather just a practice between our two schools that we can get better at our rivalry. Gilbert's already going in head first, knocking their first goal in of the game. Alright. Gilbert wins the kickoff, and the ball is in play. Gilbert is definitely starting with their strong hand first. That's for sure. Barely 30 seconds have passed, and they already have a goal. Fun fact: the varsity teams for both schools actually have a bit of a rivalry going on. It's a very heated game going on over in that section of the internet. I'm very excited to see who comes out on top, because normally they beat us, but this season we have a third champion a third champion as in the rank in the game on our team, meaning that we'll be able to handle them much more effectively. Hopefully it'll go well. People are still bouncing the ball around. No one's really getting it in the goal, but we have gotten it close. We actually have a new person on the JV1 team. She used to be on the JV2 team, and then moved over to our team because she got better. Good for her. Yeah, it's gonna be a very good season this season. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be a good season. And there goes the second goal. That was actually a really cool goal animation. But yeah, it looks like Gilbert's going to be putting their best foot forward in this game. I'm confident that our team will be able to pull through in the end, though. The various vehicles are currently kind of just driving around trying to get the ball in a position that either of them can do anything. A couple times it's gone near the goal, but almost every time it bounces back away, except for obviously the two that they actually made the goal. Something nice that we have going on is that both teams are currently sporting their school's colors. Gilbert, like we're spectating right now, is black with yellow or gold accents. And then our team is a dark blue with gray accents. I think it looks cool. That's just me. I like colors. We almost had a goal there. Unfortunately, I bounced right off the wall. And another goal for, oh wait, that was a goal for us. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that is a goal for Willow Canyon. Told you we could catch up easily. And that kickoff's the draw, but then it immediately gets hit over to Willow's side of the field. Seems like the ball spends most of his time over there. And another goal for Gilbert. To be fair, I don't know what I would expect from a Season 1 tournament winner. The man literally had to win a full-on tournament with everyone in the game from Season 1. It's impressive, to say the least. But there are more impressive things, like having a job. My job right now is doing that, but I enjoy it. That was a very close miss. If he had been a couple meters to the left, or a couple meters higher, then he definitely would have hit it, but oh well. And it's another goal for Gilbert. I'd say this first match is called for Gilbert at this point. Gilbert is currently rocketing around, trying to get the ball away from their goal. Ooh, a nice aerial by Vortex. First aerial of the season. It was a good one. They're actually harder to pull off than you might think. You gotta get your rocket boost just right to be able to launch yourself in the air at the ball. But that's 1 point for Gilbert. Hey, Coach, are we keeping track of the score yet? Mr. Alfred. Oi. Are we keeping track of the score? Do I need to keep track of the score? 4-1. Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if we were writing them down yet. So for whatever reason, one of their players has left the lobby. I have no idea why they would do that. But hey. We are. And the server went down for maintenance. What? No, I didn't touch the cord. It said the server went down for maintenance. All right. Apologies for technical difficulties. All right, guess we're going to have to try this again. I don't know why that happened, but it did. Apparently, a few of our players got kicked into a different lobby, but we'll get it back up and running in no time. So it looks like their team is joining now, and we are back up and running. Now we just gotta wait for everyone to start joining. Yeah, everyone's here. Go ahead and join. And there we go. The game is back. Apologies for the wait, but we are back up and running. So we are rejoining the game. Gilbert has won one game, just a reminder, because it has been a little while since last season ended. The first person to win 3 games in a row is the winner. We can go up to 5 maximum, making it a best 3 out of 5. Each game has the opportunity to earn infinite points within a 5-minute time period. If it goes into a tie, then you go into an overtime period where the first person to score wins the game. If the overtime hits 5 minutes and it still hasn't ended, then the game will assign it randomly to one of the teams, either based off of who the first team was to score or just picking one randomly. But honestly, keeping both teams at bay long enough to get an overtime tie is very difficult, so it's not usually a rule that's invoked. Unless both teams are good enough that you literally get 0 points. Because you keep blocking each other. Well, Gilbert's starting off strong in this game too. 2 points in the first minute. And Gilbert wins the kickoff again. Yeah, this is just my personal opinion, but I think that with their colors, Gilbert looks a little bit like Bumblebee. Then again, that may be their mascot, I'm not sure, I don't know the school. I do like the black hole goal effect, though. It pulls everyone towards it, and then they vanish. It's very cool. Ooh, is it a good one? No, an aerial save. Oh, it's a pretty good save, though. Ooh, and we have a goal for Willow Canyon. Going back into the match once more. Gilbert wins the kickoff by a slight hair. Looks like Gilbert's trading out their players for tryouts. Well, we've already finished our tryouts, so that's why their players keep switching out. They're trying to figure out what configuration their players work best together in. I'm not complaining. We just do our tryouts amongst ourselves. You know, the ball being in the corner is actually not the greatest thing. I'm sure you can see why, but it's just a pain to get it out of the corner. Oh, and Gilbert scored again. Same dude. Alright, we're going back in once more. 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. Still anyone's game. After all, if Gilbert could get 4 points in 2 minutes 30, why couldn't we get 4 points in 2 minutes 30? Another great save from one of our players. Ah, so close. Yeah, our newer player was the one that was in the goal right then. He tried to block it. Fortunately, it just went a little bit too quickly and at just the wrong angle. She's actually really good at the game. Like me, she only started playing the game just recently, and yet she's been improving rapidly. That might just be my bias, though. After all, she is currently on our team. One minute left on the clock. You do technically still stand a chance, but it's very difficult to get that number of points in that little of time. I have seen it happen, though. I've seen teams get tons of points in short time spans, because you can get a goal in only 3 seconds taken off the in-game clock, because it gives you around 5 seconds after the buzzer sounds, for whatever reason, without the clock counting down. Then the clock starts counting down, and so if you shoot the ball right, you can get it directly from kickoff into the goal with only 3 seconds off the clock, meaning that you could, if you got lucky enough with the kickoffs, farm points and get 10 in 30 seconds. But it would be very difficult to get that number of points that quickly. Hey, we got another point. Of course, with the new season came a bunch of new car skins and hats and icons and all that good stuff. As with any popular game, especially ones owned by Epic Games. I'm sure most of you have heard of their most popular title, Fortnite. But similar to that game, this game has many customization options for your car. And also similar to that game, Rocket League is free to play. 14 seconds left on the clock. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough time to catch up at this point. But we did better this time. Hey, Alfred. It was 6-3 this time. Alright, so that's 2 games for Gilbert. None for us. So once again, they've switched out one of their players to try and figure out who would work best with it. Say hi to the stream, Alfred.
I don't want to say hi to the stream.
Apparently, Alfred doesn't want to say hi to the stream. Alright, heading back in one more time. Game is starting, and thankfully they just barely got their 3rd player in right before the buzzer started. But this is the deciding game. If we can win this one, we can keep playing. But if we lose, then the game's going to be over. Looks like they switched out a couple of their players. And by a couple, I mean all of them. We didn't switch out any of ours, because we've got good teams. And besides, we already did tryouts. But everything seems to be going smoothly this time. No one has scored yet, which is good, because every other time they scored within the first 30 seconds. I guess they kept one of their players from the last game. So I recognized the tree. Oh my gosh, this dude's car skin makes my eyes hurt. Apparently something's happening on the varsity game. Good on him. Dude's car is so glittery. Anyway, so we had a epic save that did not count as a save due to the game's rules by Gilbert. We just had a demolition. One of our players blew up one of theirs. The ball almost went our goal, but it was knocked out by the very same person who just blew one of them up. Good on him. Must be getting crazy back there. Your voices are steadily rising. I swear that car hurts my eyes so much. This is probably the longest we've gone without someone scoring in one of our games. Very impressive. And I jinxed it. Oh well. First goal goes to Gilbert. That was a very good play, though. They had a person in position to knock it in right when the ball was going by. Alright. Willow wins the kickoff. And it immediately gets knocked back over to our side of the court. But that is okay. We can recover. Cars are currently driving around. And it got knocked in. Same person scored twice. Good on him. That's 2 points for Gilbert. None for us. Remember, this is still... If they win, then the game's over. And there goes another goal, scored by the person with the car that makes my eyes hurt. That was a pretty good goal, and it happened in only 14 seconds of time. But in the game's time, it was probably only like 9 seconds off the clock. Gilbert wins the kickoff this time, and the ball almost goes in, but it's saved by one of our players. And another goal. Dude won so many awards for that one, I don't know what it was, but in it goes. We went half the game without getting any points scored on us, and then in the span of around a minute, we got 4 points scored on us. Oh well. I'm confident we can still come back. See, there we go. There's another point. Scored by Mr. Vortex. Here it goes. And there we go. We got 1 to their 4. Minute 52 left on the clock. But as usual, in sports time, that means a lot longer. So we will see what happens. Ball gets knocked close to their goal, but they knock it right back. Yelling is happening behind me. I'm assuming something good is happening. And another goal for Gilbert. They've gotten 2 goals by Doge Banana, 2 goals by the Shooter guy, and then 1 by the Smiths. So their team is pretty fairly balanced. I almost made another goal right then, but it was pushed back out. One minute left. There's still time to recover. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Ooh, never mind. We got a point. Alright, we got a score from Wyatt. We might actually stand a chance at this one. There goes the ball. And another point to Gilbert. Ball's getting knocked around a little bit more. 30 seconds left. Can they pull this one out? Oop, that almost went in, but as we just saw, the Smiths saved it. Wyatt is driving along the side, trying to get to the ball before the clock runs out. But unfortunately, the ball is not in a good position where we can do much with it. They do still have airtime. And they managed to get one last point in before the clock went off. Nice. Well, that's game, but I'd say our team played fairly well. That last goal was great. And Gilbert High has won. Well, thank you for watching the stream. We will be back